You say Rockies. The Astros say, yes, sir, may I have another? Christian Walker lights up the Rockies as Altuve goes yard. And Jason Alexander has another excellent start. Let's break down this Astros series win right now.
Jainer Diaz, this is Locked On Astros.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Huysman and Brett Htown Wheelhouse Chancey.
Hey there, everybody, and welcome into this edition of Locked On Astros. I'm your guy, Htown Wheelhouse. I'm one half of Locked On Astros. Myself and Eric Huysman have been on the mic for 10 plus years, and we love bringing you Astros information, your team every day on Spotify, on Apple, on Google, wherever you get your podcast. It's free and easy to listen to. And if you have Amazon, you can listen to us commercial free. So make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and a comment as well. Be a part of the community. Thank you all for tuning in to Locked On Astros. Hey, a victory by the Astros today, a victory by my volleyball team tonight. It's a victory Thursday for me. But I don't have the day off. There is a 3-day weekend coming, and I will be at the game tomorrow night. I'm excited. I was invited by a good friend of mine, so I'll be sitting out there behind Cam Smith and hopefully seeing some of your Don bombs tomorrow night when the Anaheim Angels come to town. So without further ado, let's move on. What are we going to talk about today? Well, the Astros scoring 4 runs. We know that's a magic number. Our friend Susan here loves to bring that up. The Rockies punched, but the Astros punched back. I think that's important. And I know they're the Rockies, and I know they've lost 90 million games, but this is great. Christian Walker gets hot. Christian Walker looked good. He talked about it. So, and then Salazar, second straight start with the W. And in that third segment, I'm going to talk about Salazar, how important it is to have him come in as a third catcher, come in the time of need whenever Caratini can't be there, and just absolutely play a great defensive game. There were some things that happened that you love to see on the base paths. And then we're going to couple that with Jason Alexander and talk about a quote that he left after the game. So these last 2 games have been great for the Astros after that first game loss. It is absolutely embarrassing. And look at this. You know what, Chris? I'm going to mention that here in a little bit with the Rockies punch and the Astros punch back. But hold that thought. I'm going to mark that quote, and I'm going to give you credit for that, sir. Excellent pick up there. So let's look at this. The Astros score 4 runs. Yes, they did. They scored 4 runs, and now they are 54-13 when they score 4 runs or more. I mean, this team, they got to get 4 on the board, and they are really, really good. Okay. Facing left-handers who they went up against today. They faced Mr. Kyle Freeland. Kyle Freeland didn't have the best game today. He is a lefty. The Astros like lefties. He went 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 6 Ks. He did have 14 swings and misses, so not bad. Or 12 swings and misses. I'll have to check that with 2 home runs he gave up. But the Astros like lefties. And as was noted in the media notes today, they've gone 15-9, now 16-9 in games started by an opponent left-handed pitcher this season. They have the second fewest plate appearances against lefties among any major league team, 1,026. So that's interesting. They have the second fewest plate appearances, but yet they have the most success versus lefties. That's a great statistic. If you're a baseball guy or girl, that is a great grab by the Astros media team. Also heating up, and let's see what he did today before we talk too much about him. I think was he out of the lineup today? No, yes, Sanchez was out of the lineup today, but he's starting to find his stroke. He's getting hot. Jesus Sanchez, just of note, has found his stroke going 10 for 18 with 2 doubles, 2 home runs, and 4 RBI in his last 5 games. He had a long homer on Tuesday night and measured 439 feet, the second longest homer by an Astro this year. You love to see that. So this team scored 4. Well, how did they score 4? I'm glad you asked. The Astros came in. Obviously, the first inning, what does Jose Altuve do? Hits an absolute laser, a line drive into left center field. I mean, thank the Lord for the Crawford boxes, because those things are so forgiving 369 feet, a 29-degree launch angle, 102.8 miles an hour off the bat. And then after that, in the bottom of the first, with 2 outs, with the full count, Christian Walker hits a ball to right field. But this time, it's an opposite field home run, an oppo taco, as we call it in baseball, to give them that home run that made it 2-0. So you're like, okay, cool. The Astros are cruising. They've got 2 runs, but they need to get to 4. So what do they do in the second inning? Cesar Salazar singles on a bunt ground ball to Kyle Freeland. Mauricio Dubon scores. Chas McCormick goes to third, and Cesar Salazar to second on a throwing error by Kyle Freeland. So the Astros were up 3-0. Now, at 3-0, Astros fans, we know what that means. 3-0 means we're probably losing the game because our record when we score 3 runs or less is 20-47. So it wasn't, if you're paying attention to the stat line, if you're paying attention to the scoreboard, the Rockies came back and tied it 3-3. You were like, all the Astros got to do is get that 1 run. Get that 1 run, and we will solidify this win. And wouldn't you know, they would get 2 of their 3 runs off of home runs, off of solo shots. And Jason Alexander, we'll talk about that, made a couple bad pitches, although he had a ton of swings and misses. And it was the bottom of the 8th inning. Christian Walker with no outs hit his 21st home run, 107 miles an hour off the bat, 404 feet. An absolute no-doubter, a 2 home run game, 3 home runs in the game, 1 for Altuve, 2 for Walker, and that was the difference. You get to their 4-run mark, you win the game. Someone said, stop benching Altuve. Leave him at second, please. Look, at the end of the day, they're going to do what they're going to do. Altuve was a DH today. He wasn't benched. He was a DH. He was in there. Alvarez came in and pinch hit. He needed a day off. He needed a rest. Yeah, you hit a home run last night, but you're not going to push the big fella. And Cesar Salazar contributed with 2 hits today. He got an RBI again with the bunt single. And you absolutely love what happened. The Astros scored those 4 runs. And the Rockies punched, and the Astros punched back. Why is that important? Yes, Brett, I know. Or, yes, fam, I know it's the Rockies because I know you're saying, but it's the Rockies. They're terrible. But let me tell you, the Houston Astros have seen games where other teams have punched them in the mouth, and they haven't responded. And they responded today. And they just needed that 1 run. Sometimes you just need, look, like the famous quote from Eric, if you score more runs than the other team, you're going to win, right? But you'd like to see the Astros come back. And look, Jason Alexander made a couple mistake pitches. He left some over the plate. One left his hand. He said he knew it was going to be crushed because of the way it left his hand. And he said that happens. That's baseball. But they absolutely came back. Supreme Panda comes in with we should sweep New York for us to teach them a lesson to never mess with us. Yeah, well, we got to get to, when they come to town, I would love to see the Astros sweep the Yankees. That would be nice. But what I want to do next is I want to talk about our friends at Upside, because they have got a great deal for you. I think as one of our listeners, you can't go wrong because this is free and you save money with it. Hey there, Astros fans. Locked on Astros Nation. Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. That's right. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play Store right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use my limited promo code SEASON and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. You can make up to $300 a year just from buying the gas you already needed. At first, I thought it was too good to be true, but it's totally legit, and real people are getting paid just to make their daily commutes, and you can too. Plus, you can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or e-gift card or Amazon or other brands. Don't let the offer drive by, and download the free Upside app today using my limited promo code SEASON, SEASON, for limited time, 25-cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code SEASON. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions today. All right, thank y'all for tuning in. And one more thing, I want to tell you about the listener survey. We have an important request. You can find the information in the show credits afterwards. Go to lockedonpodcast.com/survey to get started. Everyone who completes a survey will be entered to win one of 10 Amazon gift cards. We want to know what you think. We want to hear what you think of our show, what our listeners think of your favorite podcast. Give us a chance for you to tell us more of what you want, what you don't want, the things you like about our advertising. So make sure you do that today. Thank you so much for your support. So Christian Walker, this man has come a long way. He has come a long way. And, I did say the other night he was hitting 235. He needed to get more on the ball. Lately, his splits have been better. But at the end of the day, it's not what have you done in the past. It's what are you doing for me lately? If you look in August, he's up to 242 now. He does have now 8 home runs in August. It's his biggest home run month. He has doubled his home run total in any given month. 3 in July, 3 in June, 3 in May, 4 in April, and now he has 8. So you love to see what he's doing. So he has 9 home runs post All-Star game, 8 of them in August. He's trending upward, folks, and that is great. Now, here's a great quote. I do not know who was on the radio with Robert Ford. I was not listening. Someone can answer that for me. I'm not sure. But Christian Walker said he got 2 home runs. He said, I felt I missed a couple good pitches. Just focused on timing and put the barrel on it. Now, they asked him, Christian Walker, tell us, what has changed? Why do you think you're having more success now than you had in the beginning of the year when you were struggling? He said, whatever is happening is the production of the work I did in the early point of the season. That is the advantage of a long baseball season. He said the moment he noticed his timing, he noticed the moment he wasn't getting the barrel on the ball, he started working on it. And he said the advantage of having a long baseball season is that the long baseball season affords you the ability and gives you more opportunity to fix something that's broken. And folks, he's done that. That's huge. If Christian Walker can get hot and stay hot, wow, the sky's the limit for someone like Christian Walker to go out there and simply get things done and crush the baseball. So not only did you have Christian Walker and Jose Altuve hitting home runs, but you also had some crazy good stuff going on the base paths. You had some defense. You had this third string catcher come up, Cesar Salazar. The guy just comes up and contributes. I mean, how valuable is he? If you had on your bingo card last week that Cesar Salazar would come in and not only see 2 pitchers win games back to back with him catching, but also he would contribute at the plate and he would contribute with the glove and with the defense, I would have been like, look, it's possible, but I don't know. This guy's hitting 273, batting .658, but making phenomenal defensive plays. You absolutely love to see it. Cesar Salazar batted 9th. Again, 2 for 2. He got the job done. You had some crazy plays on the base pass. You had some crazy plays back and forth, and he absolutely has contributed. There was the great throwing out of Tyler Freeman at home plate. Cam Smith with the laser from right field. The catcher, Cesar Salazar, tagged the foot right before he got on the home plate, right before he got on home plate, and just looked absolutely phenomenal again behind the dish. He did make a throwing error at one point, but I think he made up for it. This guy's caught 2 games in a row where his pitchers have won, and he looks phenomenal behind the dish or at the plate. Does anyone know why our top draft pick isn't in A or double A? Look, are you talking about our catcher, Walker Yannick? I don't know. I think he's struggling. Started off hot, but he's been struggling lately. Orlando says I've always liked Salazar. You know who else likes Salazar? The pitchers. Anytime I interviewed someone in Sugarland and Salazar was one of the catchers, every pitcher would always say Salazar first. I mean, they would. Oh, Nayans. I don't know about Nayans. Honestly, I have not followed him. I'd say go to Astros Future. Jimmy probably has something on him. But Salazar has the praises from the pitchers themselves. They love what he does. They love his work. They love his game planning. It's a surprise to me that he doesn't get more opportunity. Yeah, he's great on and off the field. He's a great teammate. Those are intangibles, but he's really good. He's underappreciated. He's underused. But he's blocked by their major league starting catcher and Yainer Diaz. And Yainer Diaz, until they go away from Yainer Diaz, he's going to be the starting catcher. And I know there are a lot of fans that are down on Yainer Diaz. I mean, I'm always going to pull for Diaz and be a Diaz. I'm going to be a Diaz first guy. But when it comes down to it, if Cesar Salazar offers value and you can show that you offer value, is there any way the Astros would carry a third catcher? I don't know that you would carry a third catcher into the playoffs. But Cesar Salazar, if you ever did, I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea, right? So he gets a second straight W tonight. And before we move on to our third segment, I want to talk a little bit about Jason. Well, I want to talk about Jason Alexander in our third segment. And before we do that, I want to talk about our friends at Monarch Money. Everybody, this episode is brought to you by Monarch Money. Use the code LOCKEDONMLB for 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com. Most people can't name all their financial accounts or even know what they're worth, whether it's 401k, properties or investments. And when you don't have the full price, you can end up leaving money on the table. That's why the Monarch Money has this one personal financial tool that brings everything together in one clean, easy-to-use interface on your laptop or your phone. Monarch is built for people with busy lives. If you've put off organizing your finances, Monarch is for you. Monarch does the heavy lifting. You can link all your accounts in minutes, see clear data visuals, get smart categorization of your spending, and finally feel in control of your money without ever touching a spreadsheet. Don't let financial opportunities slip through the cracks. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com in your browser for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarchmoney.com with code LOCKEDONMLB. Go there today. You want to talk about tired? You don't know tired like I do, boys and girls, but you know what? I wouldn't rather be anywhere else than right here with you guys. Eric is not on the IL. I can explain that a little bit. Okay. We all know Eric moved into a new house recently, and something happened with a breaker that goes to their AC unit. And he sent me a picture of his thermostat. It's 85 degrees inside his house. They've been sitting outside because it's been cooler outside than inside their house. And then they got the breaker changed, so the house hasn't even cooled down yet. So Eric's like, there's no way I can sit in the 85-degree heat inside my room. I'll pass out. So I was like, dude, I got your back. We are a great team. We're a great duo, and we always got each other's back. So Eric wanted to be here. He was actually going to do the show tonight solo. He was going to do the show so I could just kind of relax and enjoy the 2-0 victory tonight by my volleyball team. That was, if you want to see excitement, go to a 7th grade junior high volleyball game, 7B in particular. That's what I'm coaching this year. I usually coach A team, but I'm coaching B team. And let me tell you, it's fun. We served him off the court. I can say that our serving is on point. It's the other parts of the game we got to work on. But let's move on because you guys aren't here to talk about that. You guys are here to talk about the Houston Astros. So let's talk about Jason Alexander. 4 starts, 5 starts, 6 starts. This guy just comes out and just deals. I mean, they asked him today, so here's the deal. Think about it. He was a waiver claim by the A's earlier this season. He has 4 starts this month, posting a 3-0 record with a 1.54 ERA, which he ranks 4th among AL starters in August. I mean, not only that, the guy goes out there and absolutely deals today. Get this. 16 swings and misses. 16. 11 on his changeup. 2 on the sinker and 3 on the sweeper. That's really good production. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty damn solid. Jason Alexander just looks the part. He's everything you want in a waiver claim. Like, think about what we're saying here. A waiver claim. This isn't a guy that fell off and he had all this promise. It took a long time for him to get to the point to where he is. A waiver claim. He's 4-1 this year. He's 6-4 in his career in the regular season. So 4 of his 6 wins have come this year. You absolutely love to see it, okay? Now, when you look at the winning pitchers, obviously he didn't get the win because the Astros weren't winning when he left the game. Brian King got the win. Abreu got the save. De Los Santos came in. Okert had a couple walks. He got pulled. Ort went in, shut it down, got out of a big jam. But Jason Alexander, 5 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 8 Ks, and 2 home runs, both of which he said were mistake pitches. But this guy goes out and just simply deals. And he does it with class, okay? Hey, AL pitcher of the month? I don't know. I mean, he could be. He could be. Maybe he doesn't have some of the sexy big-time strikeout numbers, but I don't know. Let's look at his splits. Let me look at his splits for the month. Let's see, 217, a .97 whip. I mean, why not? 26 strikeouts in 29 innings, 3-0. I mean, I'm not looking at the pitchers' rankings this month or who's doing what across the league, but he should get some kind of consideration, wouldn't you think? Look, I love it. Guillermo's back on this Christian Walker train. Call me crazy. The Walker contract will be worth it when he's World Series MVP and beats the Dodgers. Man, I love what you're cooking, dude. I'm going to buy what you're selling tonight. I love that. Alexander is better than Verlander. In 2025, he is. Not over his career. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. Yeah, he definitely is better than Verlander right now. Verlander has been in a tailspin, and I would be shocked if he didn't retire after this season. I don't know either way what he's going to do, but man. So 2 weeks ago, Chris says, the Astros would have lost this game. Perhaps things looking up. I think you're right. This is a game that they would have lost a couple weeks ago. Christian Walker talked about the reason why he was able to fix what he fixed with his swing is because it's a long season. And when Mike Stanton tells me not to freak out, I don't freak out. Oh, by the way, next week, not 100% confirmed, but we'll just say this. A guest that's one of our favorite guests is coming on the show next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we're actually going to probably pre-record, but next Wednesday, we're going to be talking to him, 7:30. U of H's own, MLB Network's own, is going to return as a guest on Locked On Astros next Wednesday. I'm excited about that. We'll see. I'll let you know when we are rolling that out. Chris Reyes says, I love the Walker signing. Ever since I heard that he was a Dodger killer, I knew he was meant for this team. It's funny that you guys say that. That's really all we need. A pitcher that can be as good as 2022 Verlander. Maybe Alexander can be that. I'm not saying that he's Justin Verlander, but I'm also not saying that he isn't Justin Verlander. And look, Luke, I think, Luke, you might be onto something. Adobe alumni also, quite possibly. You might possibly be Adobe alumni. And Yordan Alvarez like this will improve. So let's just recap what we went over. The Astros scored 4. We know what happens when they score 4. They win. The Rockies punched, and the Astros punched back. Christian Walker's getting hot, 8 home runs in August, and I don't think he's looking back, folks. And Cesar Salazar gets a second win 2 days in a row and saw the team get the W. And then to top it off, Jose Altuve. What do you know? Dude, it just adds to his hit total. The guy's a beast. I mean, goes today 1 for 4 as DH. I mean, let's see where he's at. 2,368 hits. I mean, the guy's got 136 hits this season, 23 home runs, hitting 273, almost an OPS of 800. What more can you ask for? Well, guys, I'm done. I'm tanked. I've got no more energy left. I am running on fumes, but you guys are always here, and I appreciate you. And don't forget Jesus Sanchez. Yes, I mentioned that at the top of the series. Definitely has improved. So for myself, for Eric Huysman, for everybody here at Locked On Astros, this podcast is the most downloaded Astros podcast on the planet for a reason. Why? Because you listen, because you trust, and even when things are tough, you show up. Thank you so much for everybody showing up. Thank you for all that you did. Oh, and I forgot to share this. I promised Chris I would. Walker does have 5 home runs in his last 7 games. Look out, world. Walker's coming. Y'all have a good one. Everybody listening, everybody watching, thank y'all so much. Y'all are the best. And as always, go Stros. That's a wrap. Woo. Now I'll go check it out on Houston Sports Download.